Hi, my friends. Welcome back. This week, I want to talk about the collective energy versus the personal energy. So, welcome back to my new series where we talk about how to use astrology forecasts, those general forecasts I do a ton of, and so do plenty of other people. And just importantly, how we get to use those forecasts and how we shouldn't use those forecasts. And so last week I shared why the general forecast doesn't always line up with your personal experience. And today in the following weeks, approximately once a week, but it'll vary depending on what's happening in the sky. I'm going to dig a little deeper into that idea so you can understand how to use some of these forecasts and how not to, because some people are saying, some people definitely know that they don't align with some of the forecasting that's out there. And I'm going to give us an example right now. So whenever you're looking at this, it doesn't matter. But the example I want to give to you today is we have a new moon at 0 degrees of Virgo on August 23rd, 2025. And then on the same day and later on, a few hours later, we also have the sun. This new moon is square Uranus. And so I want to talk about that just really quickly because I want to show you how it works and how it doesn't. Because, the new moon in Virgo is here, and most people like to use it, and we will tell you to use it in a way around setting new intentions and new goals around your health, your wellness, your daily routine, organizing, and just, really simplifying your life. And a lot of people are going to feel that, and a lot of people will set intentions and make those positive, practical changes that they want. But right after the new moon, this is when the sun is exactly square Uranus, the moon too, actually. And Uranus brings surprises and disruptions and sudden twists and turns. And that can feel like breakthroughs for some people, while other people you feel restless and thrown off and just things feel uncomfortable. And that is very true. And I'm going to explain why and how to use this. So the expectation here, so the question that I hear all the time is like, how can a forecast say there's a fresh start and then there's unexpected disruptions, right? All in the same breath. And I do say that. And it's very true because we can feel more than one thing at a time. But the bigger answer is that's the collective forecast that describes what everybody is feeling. Just like when your weatherman says locally you're going to have rain, this is the energy astrologically that everybody has, can tap into if that's what's going on. But your personal chart is what decides how you're going to feel impacted by those two examples. The new moon in Virgo, that is also making a square aspect to Uranus. It varies. And so let me put it in some other ways to describe it, some simpler terms, if you will. So the new moon each month, we know, like resetting, chance to set new intentions, new areas of life. This one's at 0 degrees, so it's like really a blank page. And we have all these opportunities to set new intentions. But when the sun and the moon are squaring Uranus, that causes tension. And the square, which is 90-degree angle, that brings friction. Doesn't mean bad things have to happen, but it does mean we're being moved or pushed out of our comfort zone. So on the week in 2025, August 23rd, 24th, 2025, when we have both of these aspects happening, the moon is inviting us to make a fresh start. And Uranus is reminding us that life is really exactly as we planned and things happen. Yeah, things happen. So both things do happen at the same time. We have to remember too that this is a collective forecast. So when you're listening to these general collective forecasts, how you feel it will depend on what is in alignment in your own astrology chart. There could be something else, and the Uranus is a much stronger aspect than the new moon is. And if Uranus is connecting to something personal in your own astrology chart, you might really feel that pressure, that disruption energy way more than you feel like, oh, I'm going to sit down and journal some new things, because sometimes that's just not in the books for some people, even though we have a new moon every single month. And we have this opportunity every single month in regards to new moons to initiate some new things. So I hope that explained it a little bit. That's why two people can live through the same week or the same transits and tell two completely different stories. And that's how that goes. So let me tie this up. So I'm going to continue to do this week after week, right? How astrology works in real life. I mean, I have tons of weekly forecasts. Those are in my membership platforms. Please come and consider that, supporting me there. But the things that I do that are free in public are the YouTube shorts or the video shorts, and you can check all those out. And that's why I'm talking about this, because those shorts have been stirring up some people's emotions a lot, and people pushing back against me. And it's like, you don't have to push back against me. I just want to clarify what's going on. And so if you're not feeling what we're talking about, there is obviously something deep going on in your own chart, and there's something else happening. So don't be shy. Comment below. I don't mind. It's just me. I don't even have an assistant. I will look at all of the questions and comments, and if something you say is good that I can use it in in a future video, I will use your comments and your questions in future episodes. And so I guess I'm just gonna I'll leave us there with that. Comment, like, and share, and you know the routine. And thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you soon.